What's up, guys? Welcome to the Nerds Den. I tried to make this video last week, but I didn't have time because I had to go to work. So Nerds Den is a new company I'm starting up as a video game reviewer. Nerd news such as movies, comics. So yeah, that's the company I'm starting to create now. You guys can follow us on Instagram at the Nerds Den. It's gonna be Twitter soon. I could probably do that today. Website is being built now. There was a delay in that, so I do apologize about that. So let's get this started. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my PS4 collection. I'm going to do it in reverse of alphabetical order so that I can put it in the right order when I put them back. So let's get started. First we got Yakuza 6. Really amazing series. The Yakuza you plays as a character named Kazuma Kiryu, who he goes through many adventures. It's a JRPG beat 'em up game, and it's absolutely fantastic. Really cool side stories. Very unusual ones at the same time too, because you just never know what you're going to be doing, especially in JRPGs, which is fantastic. North American games, you can be pretty predictable of what you're going to do for a side story, depending on the game. And we got Yakuza Kiwami 2, which just came out not too long ago, like in the fall. If this never came out and you found a copy on the PS2 for under $80, $85, I would say, you're very lucky to find it. So yeah. That also came out in 2006, the original one anyway. Yakuza Kiwami, where it all started on the PlayStation 2 back in 2004, I believe. I remember picking it up when I was like 13. I didn't play it very much at the time, but it was absolutely fantastic. And when I beat it, I loved it so much. It's so good. Yakuza 0, a prequel where you play as Kazuma Kiryu, Goro Majima, and what happens is both the stories, they intertwine with each other by the end of it, but the scheme is very well done for a prequel that was built from the scratch up, that didn't release on the PS2. When I first got it, I didn't play it very much, and then I played it all the way through it, and just fell in love with it. So good. Next we got WWE 2K17, which I'm a huge wrestling fan. WrestleMania this weekend. Woo woo! Yeah, I basically play these games for the career, and I play them when my best friend's over, which is always a really good time. Here we got WWE 2K16, which I found was a little bit better than 2K17 because of the Stone Cold Steve Austin Showcase mode, where you play kind of like through his career. So absolutely fantastic. So yeah, more wrestling though. Next we have Uncharted 4 with Nathan Drake being back, as we run into his brother, Sam, his name is, and I absolutely love the Uncharted series. Tell you why. I used to be an Xbox guy, which I still am technically, but I'm a huge PlayStation person now as well. Call me a hybrid gamer because I love everything. With Uncharted, my Xbox 360 had red ringed and it never actually worked again. So what I did is I took it to a pawn shop, took the hard drive out, sold the hard drive for like $100 because I had the Elite one, and I sold all my games and I got a PS3 with it. Uncharted 2 is one of those games, which I left it to the very last. I got Street Fighter 4 and I got Uncharted 2 and Rainbow Six Vegas 1 or 2. I can't remember which one. But Uncharted 2 is one of those games I could not stop playing. I just fell in love with the series and I fell in love with the character. So absolutely fantastic. And I was glad they had all the way up to Uncharted 4. Very thankful for it. Next we have the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection, which has 1, 2, and 3 on it. A nice little build up for those who didn't have a PS3 and wanted to get into 4 as well. So absolutely fantastic. UFC 3 with Conor McGregor on the cover, of course, who just announced his retirement. I'm a huge UFC fan, huge martial arts fan, so I actually might play some of this today. So yeah, definitely check this game out if you like fighting games or sports simulation games. A lot of fun. Next we have Mad Max, which is a very, very underrated game. It was highly overlooked because I believe it released the same day or the same week as Metal Gear Solid 5. But if you're a fan of the Arkham series, like kind of combat or Spider-Man combat, and the world is absolutely beautiful. Like, it's so underrated and it's really well done. I loved it. So yeah, if you ever get a chance to see it, just pick up and try it. At least play 20 minutes of it. You won't regret it, I promise. Next we have Mafia 3, another game that was highly overlooked, I find, because I don't even know why it was overlooked. I guess people were like expecting Italian mafia kind of thing, but this game is absolutely fantastic. It takes place right after the Vietnam War. You play as Lincoln Clay, who just comes back from the war, and you're betrayed by the Italian mafia, and so you're out for revenge. And it's absolutely fantastic. The story of it, the character writing, the music, and the driving is absolutely fantastic in it. So definitely pick it up if you ever see it, because it's got music from like John Fogerty, Elvis Presley, Aretha Franklin, Jimi Hendrix, all that. Next, we got Mortal Kombat X, which I don't know if you guys know about. But there's actually a Mortal Kombat 11 coming out on the 23rd of April. It's going to be fantastic. Cannot wait. It's going to be so good. I'm going to pick it up there myself. Next, we got NBA 2K15. Now, I know what you're thinking, why don't you have the other ones? I'm like, well, because I'm not a huge basketball fan, but this is one I really stuck to and I really enjoyed a lot. And I built my character up like crazy, playing for the Detroit Pistons, point guard, which is really good. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I kept it around to play someone casually. I used to play like a lot, like hardcore. Next, we got Nier Automata. Nier Automata is a JRPG game where you play as a robot named 2B. There's 4 playthroughs you do of different characters, and you fight robots on Earth who have, because there was a war. If you see this game cheap, pick it up because it's becoming somewhat of a rarity to find at some points, at some places. But I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to play another playthrough of it. Maybe my second playthrough, because there is 4 playthroughs, like I said there. Combat's fantastic as well. Another one we got is No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky at launch time was not great. And then they did an update just last summer, which made the game so much better. A lot of fun, a lot of collecting resources and things like that, so a lot of fun. I didn't particularly enjoy it when it first came out just because I found there was absolutely no point to the game. So, yeah. And next we got Outlast Trinity, which is the Outlast games. These games terrified the crap out of me. Like, absolutely scared the crap out of me. Especially the second one. The first one it made sense. It was good. It was in an insane asylum. The second one was about this cult in the middle of the Arizona forest. It was a bit weird, but it was absolutely terrifying, and I got through it as quick as I could just to finish it. Next we get up is Persona 5, one of the most underrated JRPGs I think there is out there. A lot of people love. There's a huge following for the Persona series. They just announced Joker coming out for the new Super Smash Bros., which I actually have. I'll do my Nintendo collection though another day. Persona 5, amazing JRPG game, about 100 hours worth I find of gameplay. You basically move to Tokyo and Shibuya, to be exact, and you hold down a job, you do your homework, you answer questions in school, and yet you take out the Heartless after school and stuff like that with your band of mischief friends. It's a lot of fun. Definitely pick it up if you find it, because that's also becoming a little bit harder to find. But they're coming out for the Switch, I think, so that'll be fun. I'll probably pick that up on the Switch as well. Next we got Ratchet & Clank, a remaster of the original, which was part of the movie that came out, so I really enjoyed this game when it came out, and I still enjoy it today. I love platformer games like this. I love the colors of it and everything like that. So if you enjoy like games kind of like 3D Mario, or if you like Knack or Jak and Daxter, definitely a game to pick up. You can get it for like $10 now, $15. Next we got Shadow of War, which is set in the Lord of the Rings era, like Middle Earth, Shadow, Mordor, where you play a guy with Talon who lost everything, and now he's out for revenge against the enemy, who you fight a lot of goblins. It's the same kind of concept combat as the Arkham series, and it's absolutely fantastic. Hitting, like jumping around, things like that. Using stealth sometimes with your bow and arrow, so it's a lot of fun. Next we have Shadow of War, which is a sequel to Shadow Mordor, if you haven't guessed. Not a proper sequel though. It wasn't that good compared to the original. I just didn't care too much for the story. The combat was still the same. The only thing that was rather interesting is you could build up factions a little bit, and you got upgrades, but they also had loot crates. So I was like, not loot crates. Yeah, maybe it was loot crates. Yeah. So I was like, but it was alright. It wasn't great. Next we have Shenmue 1 and 2, which, if you guys haven't guessed, was the Shenmue 1 and 2 remakes, which were not great. Especially the first one. I basically got this just to have it. I can't wait for three because I like these kind of games, but one was just annoying, like at times, like because it's more of an experience kind of thing. So yeah, definitely if you like martial art kind of games, definitely get this one. So yeah. Next, we have Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition, which is one of my favorite games of all time. Like I said, it's the combat of Arkham Asylum again, except you use Kung Fu instead of jumping around. You actually have to stand your ground. It's definitely an open world action adventure game where you play as a guy named Wei Shen who goes deep undercover in the Sun and New Triads. It's super good. Definitely pick it up if you can. It's I can't recommend this game enough for you guys. Next we have South Park Fractured by Hollow, excuse me. A follow up to the Stick of Truth, which is absolutely fantastic. I only played it through once, but I'm actually considering playing it again here. But I have other games which I'm playing, which I'll discuss with you guys in a little bit. Oh, and in this one, instead of doing like medieval, your superheroes, obviously, if you can't tell, they basically make fun of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is kind of funny in my opinion. Next, we have Marvel Spider-Man, which is probably one of the reasons to have a PS4. This Insomniac developed this game and it came out in September, and I was blown away by this game. Like the story, the acting, the swinging mechanics, the side stuff was really fun too. That I actually enjoyed, and actually, this game was my first platinum trophy I had ever gotten, and I was so proud when I got it. I loved it so much, and I even kind of want to play it even more now. Alright, we're getting halfway to the list. Halfway to the list. Next, we got Tekken 7. I'm a huge Tekken guy. I love Eddie Goro, Martial Law. Love those characters. Been playing this series, I think, since 2 came out. I've actually never even played the first one. I've played 2, 3, 4, which I think was Tag. I don't know if I played 4. And then 5, played 6, and now 7 came out. I was so happy when it did. Next, we have The Last Guardian, which is a good JRPG. It's like working with an actual dog, though. It does not listen to you sometimes. It's a beautiful game, beautifully made. The art style is unique, original, and could not recommend enough. I only played through it once, and I probably only will, because I enjoyed it, but I didn't actually play the other following games, like Ico, I think it was called Ico, which I played a little bit of, not a whole lot. But then there was the other one, Shadow of the Colossus, which I never played, but I heard is amazing. Next, we have one of my favorite games, The Last of Us, because it's made by Naughty Dog, who is my favorite development studio. This Last of Us Remastered. Basically, world is set in an apocalyptic world where it's post-apocalyptic. This disease outbreaks, and then you play as this character named Joel, who had lost his daughter, and is escorting this girl right here to go back to take her to the Fireflies, which is a group of, I guess you could say, mercenaries or organization. Definitely really good game. Pick up if you see it. 2 is coming out this year. I cannot wait. Still waiting on a release date. Naughty Dog, where you at? Okay, so now we're moving to the top. Now we're moving to like the very last of my games, you guys here. So let's get this show on the road here with these ones. I apologize about this, guys. I had to bring them up on my couch here. So first we got Madden 18. And 18 star Tom Brady right there, who just apparently announced his retirement. I don't know if that's a joke though by The Rock on Twitter. Anyway, yeah, football. Big fan of football. I played it growing up. Well, not growing up. Played it after high school. Sorry. Was a running back on offense. A lot of fun game. Madden 15, more football. The only reason why I bought this one was because I had a difference with the defense mechanics. I loved it. The way they changed it a lot. Most games nowadays, of course, they're just the same thing. Just like different skins and stuff, but not a whole lot changes. Let's see what else we got here. Got Lego Worlds, which is like Minecraft, but for Lego. Not great. I didn't enjoy it too much. Lego Dimensions, that's a game I got, and I received it in the mail, which is from somebody, I can't remember who, but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I was being sent packs all the time, so I definitely recommend this game. I loved it so much. It was a lot of fun. So next we have is Injustice 2, which is sent to me as well. Basically a follow-up to the original Injustice, where you play within the DC universe. We play the villains, like different heroes. My favorite hero in the DC universe is Nightwing. People are like, oh, why isn't it Batman? Or why isn't it one of the originals? Because I love Nightwing. Nightwing's so good. Sorry about that, guys. That's my phone going off. And next we got Guardians of the Galaxy, which is the Telltale series, which Telltale's actually kind of a business, which is really sad. I rather enjoyed this. I never played any of The Walking Dead, even though I have one of them downloaded. They have Game of Thrones, and they have I think it was Tales from the Borderlands, but I can't remember. But yeah, not too bad of a game. And then nice interactive adventure. Next we have Ghost Recon Wildlands, which I'm kind of playing through right now. I actually never finished it, so I'm just kind of playing through that right now, and I'm really enjoying it a lot. Definitely a good co-op game if you haven't played it. I think you get it for about $30 now, Canadian, maybe $20 American. But yeah, if you like I guess you say special operations games where you go behind enemy lines, taking down cartels and stuff like that. A lot of fun game, really fun. Grand Theft Auto 5, which everybody knows Grand Theft Auto. I picked this up for $20. I really like that a lot. Nice long game, worth it. Better than Red Dead Redemption 2. A lot of people liked Red Dead Redemption 2. I wasn't too keen on it. I don't know why, which is so strange. I'm probably getting a lot of backlash for that. The story was good, but I don't think I was into the open world at the time, just because I had played so many open world games. So I might pick that up again and try it. Next we have is FIFA 18. I'm a huge European fan. Football fan. Sorry. My favorite team is Toronto FC for the MLS. My favorite Bundesliga is Borussia Dortmund, and I'm a huge Manchester United fan. So of course I try to pick up soccer whenever I can. I don't have 19 yet, but I heard 18's better, so I'll stick with this one. I like to play it for the journey, so it's also good, and I play for the season mode. I never play Ultimate mode. The only time I play Ultimate Team mode is for UFC usually. Next we have Dragon Ball Fighter Z, nice 2D fighter. But if you don't know combos in this or don't know how to block, don't even play it, because if you play up against someone who does know the combos, you're just gonna get hammered. It's almost like Street Fighter. Like, just don't play it. Next we have Crash Bandicoot: The Insane Trilogy. I played the Crash Bandicoots growing up. Then I bought this because it looks so pretty. And now they have it on Switch, so I'm kind of tempted on getting it for the Switch as well, because I like little platforming games like that. Yeah, they also have Spyro, which I had, but I got rid of it, and I don't know why. Anyway, I'll probably pick it up again. This game is definitely worth it. And they just had Crash Team Nitro Racing coming out, I think, for the PS4 and all that. That looks fun, but I have Mario Kart, so it's kind of, you know. Next we have Call of Duty World War II. I got this game because it's based on an actual war. Like a World War II. I'm a huge World War II guy, huge Vietnam, so I rather enjoyed this game a lot, the campaign. I also liked the multiplayer. I played it quite a bit. So I might pick that up again. I might pick that up and play that again soon too as well. I haven't played it in a while. I get the itch every so often to play some Search and Destroy. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. The only reason why this was actually given to me by my cousin. I like the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Modern Warfare Remastered, but they just came out with that on PS Plus. So, you know. Benny and the Ink Machine. This is a limited game. I think you get like a GameStop only or something like that for the PS4 physical. My friends had always talked about it. I never got a chance to play it, so I really wanted to get this, and so I did, and I do not regret it. It's short. It's about 3 to 4 hours playing, with all the chapters, but I really liked it a lot. So I definitely want to play it again sometime. I also heard they're coming out Five Nights at Freddy's as well on the Switch. Next we got Batman Arkham Knight. Batman Arkham Knight was probably the best Batman they ever came out with. Some people didn't like it, and I don't know why. I rather enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, right up there with Spider-Man for me, because I'm a huge Batman fan. In the cinematic universe, probably Captain Marvel and Batman, Iron Fist and Daredevil my favorite. And Marvel, for this, it's Nightwing and Batman. This has Nightwing in it, so I was happy. Next we got Battlefield 1, which is sets in World War I there. A game I do not like for the campaign at all of these games, but I liked it for the multiplayer, so my friends and I played that quite a bit online. Really good. Which is kind of irrelevant now because it came off World War II, but I heard World War II is not that good. So anyway, we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I just got last week. I have not even played it yet because I'm working through another Assassin's Creed game, which I'll show you guys in a bit. I'll be streaming it today too. So yeah, definitely pick this up if you guys can. It's different from the Assassin's Creed games because it's more like an RPG, like Origins, but you can tell they were working on this a bit longer with the graphics, the update, and the story. So excited for that. Next we have Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which is kind of unique a little bit because I have gang warfare rather than it being like, oh, I'm an assassin. I come from like an army or a faction of some sort or a league of some sort, and it's not. You play as like a hooligan who likes to fight in the streets with his gang and stuff like that, and you try to take over England, which is cool. Next we have Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which is probably one of the best ones in my opinion. Where you play as Nathan Kenway's father, Edward Kenway, when you're a pirate in the Caribbean, which is very cool. So you can naval combat, recruit members, like destroy ships, upgrade your ships, and stuff like that. A lot of fun. And last but not least, we have Assassin's Creed 3 Remaster, which just came out last week, and that's what I'm playing through right now. You guys can catch me streaming it this afternoon, or excuse me, after this video, at the Nerds Den on YouTube. So yeah, I was really glad they brought this back. We'll play as Connor, and you use different weapons in this game. The combat had changed from 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations. So yeah, and this came with all the DLC as well, which I was very happy to find out. And so yeah, like I would definitely recommend this for you guys to pick up if you guys haven't yet. But yeah, guys, that's been it. That's my PS4 collection there. I have a lot more digitally, like Far Cry 5, The Witcher, Order 1886, MLB The Show 1617, like a lot of things like that. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, like, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter when it goes up, or us on Twitter when it goes up. The Nerds Den on Instagram. The website's being launched now. Thanks for choosing. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a great day.